Tomatoes aren't just popping up at the farmer's market or in your backyard garden. Summer's sweetest trend is ripe for crafting as well. And we've got crafting diva Christy Robbins. She is here with tomato-inspired crafts with vintage charm indeed. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
So glad to have you here. She always brings the best ideas, you guys. And the kiddos still have a little summer left, so this would be really exciting to do. Let's get into it. The tomato pin cushions, the vintage classic.
Yes, yes.
Tell me more.
It's not really a craft, but it's something that you can do to honor crafters. So I started collecting these years ago, and if I see them in, antique stores, things like that, but also my friends that are not really into crafting have given them to me from their dads, their moms, their grandmothers, and so I collect them here, and it just kind of represents all these crafters, and the more pins in them, the better for me.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, and I just love to display them in an old jar.
I love that, just because I feel like everyone can connect to that. It's so relatable. Everybody's grandma had a tomato pin cushion for sure.
Yes.
Let's get into some tomato crafts today, shall we?
All right, so the first thing we're gonna make is this little garland right here. Super easy. You have these little half buttons you can get at any unfinished section of a craft store, or a big box store, or even online. And you're just gonna draw a zigzag with a pencil, about halfway, a little bit above, it doesn't matter.
I haven't drawn anything in, I don't know when.
Zigzag, little lightning strike there. All right.
There we go.
All right.
Okay.
So, all right, so you have your zigzag, it looks great. So then you're gonna start painting it. So the top part, whatever you just decide is the top, you're gonna paint green, like this one.
Gotta get the plant part in there, right?
That's right.
Okay, here, oh Lord, I done went out the lines already.
It's all right, because then you're gonna paint over it with that red so you can straighten it out.
Oh, it makes it a bit easier, yes.
So then you have this one right here that I've got the green already painted, and then you just go and you start painting the red until you have
a finished product.
We have two halves of a tomato.
I was about to say, yeah, because my painting skills ain't going very well, so I'm so glad you brought a finished product. Okay, so this is what it's supposed to look like, y'all.
Yes. All right, so then you're gonna take some rickrack here. You can get, again, any craft store has this. And you're just gonna, if you wanna put the half down. And I'll put a little dab of glue, and if you will take the rickrack, normally you'd have a larger piece than that, but I'm just,
just showing.
The whole garland, yes.
Yeah.
So you're gonna do the little half down.
Okay.
Then I'll put another little dab of glue. And you're gonna put the second half on top, just kind of making sure you're matching the two greens.
Yes, okay,
right?
yes.
So then it's gonna dangle, and you're gonna build your garland like that.
Oh my gosh, she's a full tomato.
It's a full tomato.
You guys look.
And you can do this with anything. You can make pumpkins, you can make snowmen. So once you have the concept down, you can create any garland you want and hang it out for the season.
I love that. And you guys, that's the finished product. I'm sure she showed you over there. But still, that is so exciting, and it would be so easy to do.
Yeah, just a few products
for Halloween.
Too. Yes.
Okay, let's move over here. What do we got going?
Okay, so then we're gonna make a market bag, all right? So we're gonna make some tomatoes, we're gonna paint them, and so you don't have to have anything special. Again, you wanna take this. This can be your stencil. I mean, I have plenty of Diet Coke cans hanging around.
Yeah, I was about to say, all of your products are definitely home accessible, for sure.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's gonna be your little stamp. So you can do that, and then you're just gonna stamp it down so you know about the shape of a circle before you start painting. Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Just stamp it anywhere. There you go. All right, so then you're gonna take the paint and you're gonna paint inside that circle.
Fill her in.
Yes, so that just gives you an idea of, I know some people are more perfectionist than the other.
I was about to say, are there any life-saving measures for this? Because I go out and went out the lines again.
You just make it a little bit wider. And then here is just, if you wanted to, the textile paint, if you add that with your paint, it creates it so that it's a washable bag now.
Oh, nice. Very good. Okay,
and
then if we want to dress her up, because we got to get the plant portion in there, right?
So you could either do a green, it's okay, we'll just keep working on it, but I mean, it gives it that vintage look, right? So you can do a green, or I took some felt right here, and I just cut out a wonky star. And so once you cut that out, you just place it on top. You can glue it down, and we probably do a little bit smaller one for that tomato, but you can either glue it down or you can sew it down, and then you have your little tomatoes, and you can label your bag if you want, and take that to the market, pick up your fresh tomatoes at the...
That's my tomato, guys. She's small but mighty. Look, I love it. I'm sorry. All right. Okay. Tell me, because these are really great craft ideas, but like I just mentioned at the beginning, summer is not over just yet. So if you have more craft ideas beyond just tomatoes, where can people go to find you?
So you can go to my blog at christyrobbins.blogspot.com.
There you go.